Quiet now.
Busy night, but there's always room for another.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Salty Saturdays. After a little bit of technical difficulty, we are here, so that is good. We got 3 matches for you today, and with me to cast a couple of the matches at least is Dr. Fish. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. I'm very excited to cast these first 2 matches. Um, Especially this first one seems like it's gonna be a pretty solid match. Starting off in Hero Series, we have Bone Masher versus Bassoon Buffoon. Um, with Bassoon rocking DH Hunter Shaman Warrior, Bone Masher rocking Demon Hunter Druid Paladin Warrior. Bands are You told me the bands are in.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and read them off?
Yeah, we have Bone Masher banning the EH, the Demon Hunter, and Bassoon Buffoon banning the Warrior.
Very interesting. The Demon Hunter ban from Bone Masher. I wonder if that gives any particular information. I think banning the Demon Hunter out means that he wants something like Mech Paladin to have maybe like a Mech Paladin deck to have some better matchups. Because otherwise that specific matchup is pretty brutal.
Yeah, I was thinking that it works out in Bone Masher's favor here, but it's because probably he's, or I mean, yeah, he doesn't have a strong counter if the warrior's
Yes,
banned. So his warrior got banned,
true.
so then he
Yeah,
wants to make sure that the demon hunter doesn't just run the table, right?
100%. Yes. I agree. Even though, yeah, a control paladin deck might do decently into aggro demon hunter. I don't know the matchups all too well in that regards, like how it's supposed to go. But yeah, I think that getting rid of a sweeper deck, a sweet potential deck, is really good. And these players have been waiting for a
Yeah,
while. I'm sure
I've
they're
given
raring
the
to
go
go.
ahead.
Awesome. So, yep, we're gonna be in very shortly.
Yeah, here we go. Got Buffalo on the bottom, I believe.
Yeah.
Top. We'll see what they queue first. Going to be the hunter against paladin.
Hunter vs. Paladin, and it looks like Bowmaster indeed has a more aggressive Paladin deck with Prismatic Jewel Kit, uh, Bannerman, and Righteous Protector. They signal a more aggressive deck. Meanwhile, Bassoon has Quest Hunter to start.
Yeah, this deck feels like, or this matchup. I mean, it really, I guess, depends on cards that Pally is playing here. It does feel like he's got a little bit of a slower ramp up playing the Bannerman.
Ooh, there's an early Drekthar potential for Bassoon now with the pickup. I think because Bannerman is a pretty solid card in this deck. I think the main thing is just getting these trying to get as much of the hand buffed up as possible with getting the Divine Shields procced.
Yeah, getting the weapon and then having a Divine Shield up and running is great.
Yes.
I think this is a pretty close matchup overall, right? Like,
yeah, this is a decently close matchup. Yeah, I think overall it leans slightly towards a mech paladin deck.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's 50, but again, I think the stats show about 50-50.
I do think that because Hunter's going to be able to coin this Drekthar out, that's definitely going to work in their favor. That, I mean,
Yeah.
should give them the edge here.
Definitely.
And this candle shot is doing work as well.
It really is protecting or popping it and allowing for quest things to happen. We're gonna actually see piercing shot here. I don't mind this at all. It prevents damage. And it makes it potentially a bit more difficult to remove the Drekthar next turn.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of patience from Buffoon here.
I could kind of see it going either way there. I do think that,
Really?
you know, if you know, I mean, it's a bad trade into a treasure guard, right? Like that's probably the worst case scenario, which is why he kind of gets rewarded. Buffoon gets rewarded here because, oh, he's not going to play the Drekthar though.
Oh,
That's
I guess we're seeing an approach that wants to turbo the quest.
Right. I was thinking that he was kind of getting it was paying off because Drekthar on that board feels much stronger, right?
Yeah.
And then now Drekthar feels
Bubble bot.
kind of weak
Yeah,
coming into this board. Yeah, this board looks scary now.
Yeah, it's a big scary board. Probably going to be forced to Drekthar here, honestly. The only minion right now that could potentially be popped for gain would be the 4/5 amalgam. This looks like it's going to be a bit overwhelming here.
Yeah.
For the hunter.
I mean, I feel like the line we're taking now, because we didn't do Drekthar and 4, is just pushing it back so that I don't know how valuable this Drekthar becomes in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the farther away from turn, I think the farther away from turn 4 that you play Drekthar, the less valuable he becomes. Because these 5/3s are gonna be dealing 10 damage.
Man,
He's actually forced. He's gonna not actually remove the minion. He's gonna opt to take 14 damage, and man, this
he's got the it's gonna be 10, right? Because he's got the explosive trap up.
Yeah, the explosive trap.
This does move the quest closer to completion. He actually can play.
He will get Drekthar next turn.
Well, he can play Tavish next turn.
Tavish, that's what I meant.
Which is, pretty nice, but he is going to stare down a ton of damage. Oh gosh, a ton of damage.
So, essentially,
can you even? He's one off lethal on board. I mean, can you even play this
turn?
The Tavish, I mean,
so Tavish is definitely possible, because he'll remove the 5/1.
Right.
But I don't know how much else can be done after this. I actually might have wanted to see. I understand we're gonna pop a bubble here, which is why that gets played specifically how it does. I might have wanted to see that damage go face. I guess it doesn't matter necessarily. Leviathan comes out, 8/9 Leviathan. This looks like a wrath. No, wow, Mr. Smite.
Yes, that's gonna seal it up pretty much, right?
Yeah, Mr. Smite will come in next turn and is unstoppable, even if the whole board gets removed. Um, but there's no way to remove this whole board, as far as I can see. So we're just gonna see double Dragon Bane shot to the face. I don't believe you can hero power your own face, unfortunately. Um, so just a concede. Yeah, I think a little bit of the game plan going awry put Bassoon in a suboptimal position, um, and allowed Bone Masher to get that massive board that the hunter can't really deal with.
Right. Yeah, that Drekthar play I think was kind of the huge turning point.
I would agree. So now we have for Bassoon, he has his own hunter and his own. No, he has shaman and he has um demon hunt, shaman and
Warrior.
warrior.
Yeah.
I'm curious what gets played here, honestly. The shaman I'm gonna guess is something like a burn shaman, which is not, which is I don't know how necessarily good it's gonna be into this deck. So instead we are gonna see. So instead we're gonna see the warrior, and it looks I'm guessing based off the specific hand, it is a charge warrior.
Yeah, it does look like that. Although the brand makes me think twice a little bit.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe
Brand is
you were
often in
maybe.
the control warrior list, but not in the charge warrior in most
Oh,
cases.
okay. Yeah, I really I saw from the depths and I thought charge
There's a
warrior.
problem. We might have to. Isn't Bone Masher on a druid right now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He should
So
be on the hero. This is hero, right? So we are playing LHS.
yeah. So this is just a simple requeue.
Yeah.
And this happened in my match last night on stream.
No
It's just a
advantage
simple
given.
requeue.
No cards played.
Bone, yeah, bone. It's caught in the mulligan. No information is gained or anything from it. And
Yeah.
even so, it would only benefit um switcher. The person who has
Yeah.
to switch. Um, but yeah, it's just a simple requeue. No points taken away. Yep. So Bone Masher having a bit of a slip up. It happens. When your brain is sometimes set on conquest, and you go into
Yeah.
LHS, you have to
I'm
remember.
sure that's what it was. He's like, okay, I gotta win
Yeah.
with that. Don't have to play that anymore.
Yeah, for sure. It's quite a different hand, but Bran is still here. We have Bran, Buckler, and Shield kept. And Shield block into hand. Meanwhile, another pretty solid 1-2-3 for Bone Masher. He's gonna be able to go Seafloor Dredge next turn. Seafloor Scout. Or sorry, Seafloor Savior.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
always
a
remember the
great card
names.
on two. I've been
Yeah.
actually surprised at how powerful the card is, especially when you hit Divine Shields or Rush minions.
Yeah. And never never. Okay, so he opts to not go for it. Okay, so he sees he's gonna play Suncatcher next turn. Then he'll dredge the turn after for the sunken catcher.
I actually thought this play. Oh, I thought this was play for the Bannerman. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
I think
Gotcha.
it's a slow line, understanding that this is some kind of control warrior.
Yeah.
And
Slow
so I
warrior,
don't,
for sure.
yeah, we don't really need to do that much pressuring. We want as much value as possible. So he's just taking a very strong value line. Oh, interesting. The Tyrion forward ring comes to the hand. Very interesting. I haven't seen that in too many lists, I guess. The dredge play does make sense though. So playing this and then dredging it up does definitely some value. If we look at the control warrior, I do think that Mech Pally is pretty strong into control warrior because of these divine shields.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you have only really brawl that deals with them effectively, and then you
Yeah.
have to find some way to pop them off. Otherwise, this shield shatter in the hand isn't really going to do enough. And the Bone Masher has kind of he's gotten lucky having this prismatic jewel kit both to games so far, right? Because you
The
have to pop these
curves have been
shields
so
to wipe the
good.
board, but then obviously the next round is going to come up pretty big.
Yeah, this game in general, or sorry, the deck I'm seeing from Bowmaster is so interesting. It's definitely a slightly different take on Mech Paladin than what I've seen. With like Catacomb Guard, Talon
Right.
Forward Bring. It's got a couple of
The
different
noble
cards in
mount.
it. Noble Mount. It doesn't seem as heavy on the mech package.
Yeah, it does seem
So
to be
like,
less on the mech package for sure.
so I'm gonna take a guess that there's no radar detector in this deck based on
Right.
that.
Really? It's too
Because the
heavy.
decks I've seen have pretty much been super heavy on the mech package and just trying to curve out and overwhelm that way. It doesn't really have a lot of control tools, but this is for like kind of taunty non-mech minions like Talon to draw something like to draw one of your upper end cards. But he still looks it looks really solid. We've got 4/7 Catacomb Guard, we've got some of these minions that can just really kind of take control, but it now looks like the warrior has started to take control
Wow, a
of the
bash.
board, of clearing the board.
I
Yeah.
like this actually inclusion given this matchup. Like if you are playing to this matchup, getting these little things that can help us pop the shields off these mechs is valuable. So far, I mean, Buffalo Bassoon has played Bassoon Buffalo has played really well. I feel like I liked a lot of his plays, the way he kind of approached using the shield slam before drawing two cards off the weapon. I think that it's just really important to be able to have a silence, perfect, to have a lot of these card draw moments. To
Wow, that's so nice for the
very
so nice for
necessary.
the warrior.
Just another
Um,
draw.
yeah, Queen of Jar into hand, not gonna be maybe super necessary this game. But
We are
definitely
seeing some
something
pretty
that can come in.
we are seeing some pretty buff minions gonna hit the board still. Like they have gotten really buffed from two Bannermans and
Mhm.
two or three pings from that weapon
Yeah,
in many cases. So the
for sure.
silence being forced to be used there in a way, but
Definitely.
because you're gonna get a large board coming out here.
Yeah, I think I would have liked to have seen the Discover first.
Oh
Out of
sure,
Bone Masher,
just in
just
case.
in case of like, because I don't think Bubble Bot is playable. Yeah, like if we had gotten that Bubble Bot earlier, we could have done that. But now the Noble Mount still takes care of the duties of adding on a Divine Shield back to the minion. There's no Jewel Kit up, but just to protect the minion and force multiple things to be done to clear that specific minion. More removal that warrior doesn't. The removal warrior has to spend it to one minion. The less there is to clear um, potential bigger threats later. No.
Yeah,
So from the depths is available, but there's no Finley to actually kind of fish out the cards that are on the bottom, and no other single. And I mean, while it is a dredge card, there is no other like dredge card to pair with it. Essentially,
right. It does make this
um,
pretty awkward. Like do you take the 1 in 3 in terms of the brawl? Um, how do you navigate this board?
yeah, I kind of like. I don't think I mind bashing a minion that you can just kill. It feels really bad though. So yeah, just gonna opt to take the divine shield away, gain the armor.
Seems odd.
Um,
I,
gonna be taking 13 on the return.
Yeah, it just seems like an
Um,
odd play because you don't care that much about the divine shield if you're planning on brawling. I guess the only thought is that if it survives, right?
if you were, I mean, if he's gonna kind of tempt fate here with a brawl bait potentially here. Um, I think I think we might see the 3. No, we don't see anything else played. Not even a hero
It makes
power. Definitely
sense.
doesn't want to play too much into
The brawl.
the brawl.
because you could have played Brawl and Bash this turn. So the
Yeah.
Bash didn't really change the line, I don't think, unless
I don't think so. I think if anything, this is gonna potentially bite the warrior really badly, depending on what wins this. And it is the 6/9,
yikes.
the catacomb guard, and draws. Wow, this deck is so interesting.
Yeah, it's
It's
running.
got Varian King of Stormwind.
It's a
Like
slower version, basically, right?
yeah, this is a slower version of the deck. I think here you probably just hero power up, but we're gonna see two from the depths played.
Well, that
Looks
does give him
like
a removal if he put the Drake on the deck, because he does have Frozen Buckler to go alongside that.
yeah, the Obsidian Smith was picked over the Drake.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I
Man,
I think I also would have picked the Onyxian Drake because of the Frozen Buckler in my hand.
this deck looks so good when you curve out.
Yeah,
It looks
honestly,
unbeatable.
wow. It like this reminds me so heavily of like a Reno deck, but it runs double Bannerman. I
Right.
haven't seen. I mean, we've seen. I feel like we've seen two of other things, like the Ajaran Mooncatcher. I think we've seen two of, and everything like that. So it's not an actual Reno deck. It's just a very interesting control list. It doesn't seem like it's wholly Paladin. It's just kind of mech control,
Yeah.
which is super interesting, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely works if he was thinking about being good against everything he was facing. Right? So if he's kind of playing
Yeah,
the middle games, yeah, I want to be good against Paladin. I'm sorry, Control Warrior as well as Hunter. Does kind
yeah,
of make sense to take this kind of line.
agreed. And
It just gains a bunch of life, hoping to
yeah,
stall out. But my big question is stall out to what? I guess is to some kind of brawl draw.
I guess that would be my best guess as well. I think the main thing for Bone Masher here is just kind of not overextending or whatever.
Yeah, and like you want to make it so that whatever if a brawl happens that it doesn't have that much value. And yeah, you have enough threats here, obviously, to not do anything. The 10 mana shield shatter that does nothing. um does Ashara provide any out here at all? I don't think so. But there's nothing else, right? You look for a random colossal? Like what is an out here?
Um. Oh, I guess we're
Random
gonna
spells?
shuffle 5
But
spells.
you're still
Okay.
can you draw any of them? I don't see a way to. Oh, right, you draw cards. Sorry, yeah.
And there is
You
unfortunately
didn't get
nothing
any of them.
drawn. There's no brawl, no nothing. Brawl wouldn't be playable unless it was one of those 1 mana spells. So it looks like the paladin once again will take a victory here.
That was a
Um.
kind of out, I guess, right? Like you draw a 1 mana
Yeah.
brawl there, and then you win the brawl with the 5/5.
Yes. That
Pretty
was
smart
yeah.
play.
It was definitely a good idea to play for that. Um, but getting a random the spell pool is smaller, so it could be kind of likely. But yeah, Bone Masher up 2-0. This paladin putting in work, and all it's got to beat left is Shaman.
Yeah, I kind of think Shaman with this slower list though, Shaman should have a shot. I mean, this is Burn Shaman most likely, right? Don't you just freeze a lot, like, and
Pretty
then try? I
much.
guess you don't have the way of getting the freeze damage to face if there's a million taunts.
Yeah.
You're running the
Um.
Maelstrom list, maybe? That's kind of an old list. Yeah, maybe you freeze a bunch, you buy a Luminescence, and you just shoot him in the face, right? Assuming
Yeah.
that, and we haven't seen a Carriel run yet, so if there's no Carriel in the list, that could be your way to win. It's just to burst them from 30, essentially.
Yeah, the only Cariel we've seen has been Cariel Rome, but this is a paladin list. I would highly doubt that the hero card is not in this list. It just has been hiding on us,
Yeah, that's
especially
certainly
running
likely.
Smite.
Yeah, that does certainly. Yeah, this deck definitely runs a lot of top end.
Yeah, very interesting, and it definitely gives gas to this deck later. Blade Master Okani, another, if we're going along this kind of like control-y line, it's definitely a great card to place in the deck. Likely to just see a hero power here. Um, and then on the return, likely to see Sleep Breaker from Bassoon.
Frostbite's sharper than fang.
I have not seen that much. I played a little bit of Burn Shaman, but since the expansion, since the rotation.
Mhm.
Man,
I
Bone Masher just always draws Prismatic Jewel Kit on one.
Yeah, and he does have Bannerman and the Mooncatcher. I think it's Bannerman here.
Yeah, I
As
think
much
so
as you
too.
as much as you want to get that Divine Shield out there, Bannerman's the guaranteed buff. Meanwhile, your opponent can just freeze this Divine Shield over and over again. But opts to go for the Mooncatcher. Uh,
Yeah.
Geyser picked up. This is nice. You can get all of your spell schools played here. Um, besides Arcane, and for multicaster next turn.
Right. I think that's the big question here is whether you go for that or you go for this play, which is
Yeah.
he's got the Viper. He played that pretty quick. I actually would have thought about coining Viper there to deny. Well, I guess it doesn't
agree.
matter. He has essentially control of when he wants to do this, right? So I guess that makes sense. I would have just thought about it because I don't want this weapon to be here. It's interesting that he chose not to play the Bannerman. I guess it reflects also the matchup, where it seems like he wants to be more aggressive in this matchup. And I say that because against the Warrior, he took a different line. He had the same choice. He could have played either the 4-2 Divine Shield, or he could have played the Bannerman, and he made the opposite choice. Interesting. We see a little bit of difference in terms of the matchup and how he's playing them.
And here the board presented is pretty large. This Okani can definitely present a decent threat, but we're just gonna go with the Bannerman here. We draw another Mooncatcher. Clicker Clacker Play gonna remove the Viper off the board. There's still 6 damage represented with 6 in hand. No bioluminescence.
That's
Guys are
interesting.
coming out to remove the board. And Wildpaw Cavern's gonna get slammed here. I might have favored. I think this is good because it does force the Paladin to deal with board. The Paladin can deal with this board and still have their minions alive. And can actually play the Okani and try to mine and almost be like a mind game. And plus, we just saw Cariel picked up in the hand for the Master. So next turn, things will get a little bit more difficult. I would quite like to see Okani come down here.
Especially since he played his Viper already, and I'm assuming that he does not run 2, but I guess you never know.
Does offer the Sunken Mooncatcher. Go double six for Divine Shields, which I don't mind at all. Either, I think both plays are pretty reasonable. Does not play the extra minion to which would die to a Maelstrom Portal potential, but there just isn't enough. You're just no board, no damage. It's Azara isn't active yet.
He needs one more spell, which he could just coin if he wanted to. He could just coin and then play the Queen, but
I don't like that line. It's too vulnerable. It leaves him too vulnerable. But I don't really know what else there is, unless you're gonna throw out your 2 lightning bolts into minions.
I think. Oh, I thought that meant multicaster, but I guess not.
I guess it doesn't. We're gonna go with Cookie.
I did feel like multicaster there. We just want to draw cards. I think. I think that was a high priority here. Because if you find freeze, that's one way out. Not in this turn, but the next turn, right? And if you find damage, then at least based on the way he's been playing it, he's been sending all the bad damage to face and fundamentally ignoring the board. So it did feel like a situation where if you don't see Cariel, which unfortunately he's going to get the bad news,
Yes,
that he had a
Ariel's
really
here.
huge out there to just kind of go for some kind of lethal play.
I mean, it's also the idea of going for there and maybe top decking out the bioluminescence, but we see all that removed. I think I don't want to call it too early because things can turn around on draws from things like wind chill. But we're very close to seeing this matchup just over, and it looks like we're at that point. Even if they were to remove the whole board, there would have to be healing because Mistress Might in hand, plus the hero, plus the attack from a weapon will end the game, and there's really nothing left for Bassoon to do here. He's gonna clear up. We're not even gonna see a coin to like remove the divine shield or stuff like that. Just gonna go to 9 health because you only deal 1 damage. But I mean, on board is still alive, but from hand is not alive. So there you go. Mr. Smite takes it. Bone Masher takes a sweep on his paladin list. So there you go. It was a decently quick series considering that we started, a decent chunk late.
Yeah, for
On
sure.
a 30-minute win, surgical precision from Bone Masher for the most part. A couple of things here and there, but I think in general, like Bone Masher played very well, and Bassoon took a couple of suboptimal lines, and it ended up costing him. I think there was moments where a couple of things could have changed here or there. But obviously congratulations to Bone Masher. Hopefully we'll be able to get him in here for a quick interview.
Yeah. Get him in here.
Hello.
Hello.
First off, congratulations on the match win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, much needed. Gets your team back in the match and actually ahead now.
Yeah. It's a good start. 1-1. I think Frog played this morning.
Yeah.
Had a real tight one. I think it was really, really close. That could have gone either way. So it was good to get a good win, get us back on square and just slightly ahead. So yeah, it's good.
For sure.
Tell us about that paladin list. It was
I
very
loved it, by the
interesting.
way.
I was curious if this is on HS Replay. Is it popular? Is it just something you created with your team in part because of what you were expecting to face?
Yeah, so basically I just went to HS Replay and looked up all of the different archetypes, looking at it since the last patch, since Legend. On Legend, but not top 1000 Legend. And I was like, oh, hand buff Paladin. Let's have a look at that. And then I had a look at all of the matchups, and it's like 60 something percent against everything except for Demon Hunter. I'm like, okay, I'm running that.
Interesting.
It's like 69% into Burn Shaman, 63% into Control Warrior, 60 something percent into other warriors. Even face like Quest Warrior 60%. Quest Hunter was 59%. And I thought, okay. I had a look at it. It's just got heaps of divine shields. It's got plenty of draw options as well. And it's just hand buff. It's just solid.
Yeah, it seems very interesting because you have some of the mechs in there, but then you're also running fairly greedy lists, right? And you're just kind of playing a bunch of big stuff every turn.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's a bit of greed. It's just all the hand buff stuff. You still got your dredge for your copy of your mech. Yeah, finished. Sorry, my son's just asking. It was his birthday party yesterday, and he wants me to do a dinosaur rugger with him. So
Nice.
once I've finished.
Oh,
But yeah,
nice.
it's got all of the it's got the hand buff, it's got the draw with the bannerman, it's you play, it's got the combo with the 3 mana mech that you dredge up and some of the copy, and I think I was
Yeah.
lucky enough to get the weapon on one every game,
Yeah,
which
we
just
noticed
Yeah.
that.
It
buffs your
helps a
hand.
lot.
So
Yeah.
like to get that, I mean, I had to hero power on 2 twice, but that doesn't matter when you got the weapon up. It's not too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. You also learned the draw weapon on one tech
Yeah,
every game, like I did in my match yesterday.
yeah, that's it.
But
Like,
yeah, honestly, watching that deck was really interesting. I I was curious because when I was kind of really liking how you had your game plans with what 3 drop you played which game, because you against the warrior you went for the bannerman line, but against the shaman you went for the mooncatcher line. I thought that was very interesting. That I'm guessing that was just kind of matchup based.
yeah, as well. Like he had the 2/3/2s on the board, so I needed to contest the board a bit better.
Yeah.
Getting the divine shield out there. Actually, it requires 2 trades into it. So, and I thought that he was probably going to be able to get his side quest online, get all the 3/4s out. So 4/2 divine shield on the board is going to be pretty good into that. So. I was a little bit worried at the start of that game that he was gonna, get a bit of damage in the face and then find some lethal with a um, with something like miss some burn. So it was good to get. And the carrier the carrier on curve. I think just won that. Um, I had a little bit of stuff
Right.
on board, but just to clear his stuff and set up lethal with the smite in hand. Um, yeah, I think a lot of the games I just had the cards at the right time and good cards at the start, and then sort of mid game it just flowed out nicely.
Any thoughts about queuing Paladin first as well? I mean, obviously it worked out. My thought, I was just wondering in part because you didn't get the Demon Hunter banned, and you obviously, because you banned Demon Hunter, I'm assuming that you have
Yeah,
some notion that you think it's a good deck. Um, why
yeah.
not the Demon Hunter first and not the Pally? What was the thought process?
The Pally had good stats into all three, so it's potential to sweep there. I also know the Demon Hunter against a slow warrior, not as good. So I didn't know which warrior he was going to be on. Um, Even like if I had brought the Paladin out and I got a chance to see what his warrior was, I could then choose between Druid or Demon Hunter on the others. So I think it was just
Yeah.
Paladin having a fairly good matchup spread across the board. Even if it did lose, it got me a chance to have a look at what else he was bringing.
Okay.
For sure.
Uh,
But I was confident that the Paladin was going to be good across the board. So
Yep.
yeah,
I don't know if I'm curious of your impression about Hero or LHS this season so far in this meta, because I did kind of notice that there were a lot of 3-0s. Feels like more than in other metas, maybe even the one previous to this.
Yeah. I think that like certain specific decks have matchup spreads that lend highly into sweeps. Um so and I think a lot of it is maybe not necessarily knowing, especially with Warrior having like I don't know 4 different decks on HS replay that are bringable, and like Demon Hunter technically having types of decks, Paladin having one super aggro, one control deck. I think it's very I think that it can create some parity with stuff with decks getting sweeps, even if it's not necessarily a 3-0, it could be like a 3-1 that is a person losing the first game and then sweeping back.
I think there's probably 4 or 5 classes that most people have sort of turned to so far. I
Yeah.
think there's other decks out there that have got good game. Like I haven't brought Mage yet, but
Hmm.
Naga Mage especially. I think I've seen a couple of people running with the ping package. That's not a bad deck. It's just finding the right matchups with the right spread, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people can find at least two good matchups for a deck, and then you might get lucky in the third one or something to get that sweep. But I don't know. I think the Hero series is pretty good standard across the board, even down to the lower seeds. So You don't expect people to leave up a sweep deck if it's like obviously high stats as a sweep. So if there are a lot of sweeps, it might just be with last week people not bringing the right classes um, or something like that, so that they haven't given
Yeah.
themselves the best opportunity. I think a couple of weeks in, we've had one lot of nerfs, and now we've got this meta. It's going to settle, and people have a better idea of what the right
hmm
decks are. Have a better idea of matchup charts.
Yeah.
And I think we might not see as many sweeps going forward.
I
But
agree.
it's always good when you get one. So that's my
Yeah.
second on stream. So.
Nice.
Uh, yeah.
Should always play on stream then, right?
Yeah, well,
I'm
I don't know
just
who I'm playing next week. I think I'm playing Lance. It's an APM mirror next week, so
Oh, nice.
I think I've
yeah.
got Lancelot. So if you're out there, Lancelot, just hit me up.
Yeah.
Stream time.
And
Yeah,
Lancelot, you
you
should not play him on stream.
I the
Yeah,
first one hurt me a lot. Last week it hurt me a lot.
yeah. Sorry
Um
about that, fish.
but well, I mean your whole team just destroyed my team. It was not
Yeah,
it was a brutal affair, but hey, um
yeah.
we're actually about to transition. Speaking of my team, we're actually about to transition into one of the matches from my particular team's matchups. So, super excited.
Yeah.
Any
That should
shout
be good.
outs, any final shout outs, Bone Masher, that you want to give?
Um, yeah, I think my team in Hero this season's pretty solid. We sort of working together well, and couple of shout outs. I know there's some all the players that were on from THL that were in the Masters Tour. There's a few people that had some really good results out there. So Cheesy Ten's in my Legacy series. He went 4-0 on the first day and ended up 5-3. So a bit of a shout out. He's doing some good work, and I know there's some others like Neji and Tucker Cat and Super Chicken. Always doing a good job representing THL. So give them a bit of a shout out for their hard work in the Masters Tour this week.
For sure. Thanks so much. Thanks for the interview and thanks for playing on stream. It was great to cast you. It was great to see your games. Great to see that Paladin deck working. So,
Yep, just DM me for the code.
yeah. Thanks, man.
No worries. Enjoy the next two games.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right. Well, as Fish mentioned, we are transitioning, and we did. If people are here to watch the Kodomora and Eternal game, that game did get moved kind of at the last minute there. We are not going to go into that game. Instead, though, we will be getting into our third game. Luckily, the two players are ready to go early.
Mhm.
So we will be having Turtle and Nice Jewish Owl instead. And Geranium was going to help us cast that, which will be great. Hopefully he gets in on here soon.
Yeah, Geranium is in here.
Ah, there he is.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and set it up. I'm going to set them up.
All right. Well, next match has is a little bit personal for myself and our op here, as our two teams are going head to head in Hero. This is our 1 seed match, so we have Nice Jewish Owl versus Turtle. Owl on the Mage, Priest, Shaman, and Warlock. Turtle on Demon Hunter, Druid, Paladin, Warrior. I don't know if I could find two completely opposite lineups from players where one person has kind of gone with a very stock standardy lineup that you see a lot of between like Demon Hunter, Druid, Hunter, Paladin, Warrior. That they're like those 4-5 classes seem to get a lot of play. Meanwhile, Owl has brought like kind of Mage, Priest, Shaman, Warlock decks that you maybe don't see a lot of being brought.
Yeah. I
For
mean,
sure.
we've seen Priest go pretty well with Boar Priest now, actually doing fairly
Yeah.
well at the Masters Tour. Mage, of course, has multiple options. Mech Mage being fairly good against some of the anti-control decks and some of the aggro decks,
Yeah.
especially if you high roll, and also having Naga Mage, which always loses, but does some crazy pop-offs. And then Shaman, of course, Burn Shaman, and there's Warlock.
Yeah, so Warlock actually performed decently well at the Masters Tour with at least in I believe it was the first day at least, um, that OTK Warlock, I believe was probably with mine, actually didn't do too bad. Um, I'm curious how these will perform here. So the bans are actually in. Owl has banned Druid, and Turtle has banned Priest.
Yeah, I mean, Priest probably the strongest. If Turtle is going to be running more the control
Yeah.
style, just armoring up a ton with the Druid and the Warrior.
Mhm.
Probably going to put himself out of range of that mage, put himself out of range of that shaman. So
Yeah.
and maybe the Warlock. We'll see. I mean, the Warlock can do 14 times 4 if it's the bomb version.
Yeah. So we're just gonna wait for the players to we're just gonna wait for the players to challenge up. Guess we had bans in, but it looks like Owl is crafting cards. All right, now there we go. Back into it. Oh, I assume that's also what happened. Yeah.
I'm assuming Owl did not want to have to craft some of these Warlock cards. So
versus
I remember way back when I faced him, he did not want to have to craft any Poison Road cards. So
Gotcha. Yep. Let's see. All right, so it looks like okay. Judgment of Justice stands out as a card I'm not used to seeing. Aldor Peacekeeper as well. Is this could be like maybe a Reno Paladin, I guess. But not 100% sure what exactly Turtle's going for. Meanwhile, Owl has double Fell Soul Jailer. And Hullbreaker is
well, he's certainly going to be drawing.
yes.
reporting for duty.
Yes. In the end I believe this is some form of OTK. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna get out of this. I'm very excited for this. Oh, no worries on that. Oh, well, I got the
Reporting for duty.
I got the stream. The coin rod is always solid. But second ooze.
Oh, yeah, that is, and we're seeing the benefits of a friendly match here.
So many hellos from Turtle.
This is, I mean, it does actually have game impact because it lags the opponent's plays. So,
I guess, yeah.
Trust me.
meanwhile, I mean, a very strong hand. It looks like from Turtle. I mean, Cariel coming down on 7 is going to really put a
Yes.
damper on whatever OTK is going to happen here. But
Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
and then it's also interesting what that what that almost BGH only for legendary minions is here to
Are
stop.
you gonna clean that up?
Oh, Grim Totem Bounty Hunter. Alright, so we see so the actual Reckoning got procced because it did over 3 damage to a minion.
A little bit
Cario
more than
coming
3.
down.
Our hardships only strengthen.
Yeah,
our
so
resistance.
unfortunately for Owl, he will have to deal with Cario being out here. Knowing Owl, I would definitely potentially suspect a
I'll be keeping.
I guess something. Oh wow, that's actually really good. If he could get a way to silence that, removing the Vol'jin, Be pretty interesting.
Yeah, so if this is some sort of OTK, going from having to deal 30 to having to deal 70 is
Is
a
a lot more.
huge damper. Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be exactly 70 because of roundup, but I don't really know personally any of that. Nah.
And it's going to
So,
be only 68 now.
yeah. Um. Yeah, we're gonna see second Fell Soul Jailer here. Gonna once again remove Vulcan. It's just being prison. It's just being kept away from Turtle, and this time he doesn't have necessarily the easiest answer, but this Zola is huge.
And unfortunately, we
Okay.
do already have a different BGH in the Hero series, but now we have one in Turtle's hand as well.
Yeah, Turtle has the actual big game hunter. You love to see it. Oh. Oh no. Owl has a lease?
If
Owl,
we ever
what are you
thought,
doing to me?
if we ever thought this wouldn't be a monkey mirror,
I didn't think Owl would bring Elise. Oh, we're going for the double Elise? Okay.
yeah, I mean the strategy is to first get many cards out of your deck, so that way this Elise puts in just. I mean, we can get a higher possibility of drawing this map.
Like, I understand this, but I thought the way to win this was to not play the monkey.
I don't know if it's really a win if you don't.
Yeah, but we do see this is what the Grim Totem Bounty Hunter was. We're removing the Elise, leaving the Bran up, but removing the Elise.
Oh, perhaps they knew that each other was bringing monkey, and that Grim Totem is for after monkey.
Oh, maybe. But one of the maps has been drawn, so a golden monkey is in Owl's deck now. He draws Rod and plays Tamsin. Yeah, it doesn't remove a whole lot, but Owl does have at least removal for the 8-1. Golden monkey in his hand.
His choice on removing the 8-1 or the 9-4.
Yeah, agreed. He's gonna play his second map to the golden monkey. It doesn't actually remove anything. Okay. Because we did opt to play the second map instead of going for a clear.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I think we're in for an extremely fun series.
Oh, another Grim Totem. Oh no!
Monkey
Don't pull
pulls
the monkey.
But there's another one in deck. There is another one in deck, everyone.
Destruction. And that muteness. I mean, I would not be surprised if that muteness eats a monkey of its own later.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, the other one's drawn. He's gonna slam it. Okay, everything just got thrown on its head. We have nothing but legendaries. Oh my gosh, Radiance.
Yikes.
Shacklick.
And we really do see that it is a big nerf to not give these people Colossuses.
Yeah, for sure. Mutinous coming out from from Turtle eats a Radiance of Ajara.
What a turn.
Not the best hit, not the worst hit. Oh, no.
The Grim Totem.
Have mercy on the monkey. Okay, so they're just gonna remove it this way. For sure. Owl will go up to full health with the Jacklick getting removed. Cargo Battlescar will actually summon a 5/5 because there was a watch post played. It's like Owl knew all along. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I mean, yeah, you.
Yeah. Oh no! It didn't kill the Maester because of the judgment. Okay.
And another Reckoning drawn here. Yeah, this Cargyle is not going to have that much.
Oh my gosh, a 16-14 BGH. It doesn't even have a target besides its own Mutinous.
Yeah,
he can't play it. Yeah.
At some point, I hope it removes itself.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of trades coming out here.
Yeah. The players they're definitely jockeying for board position here. When I feel like Turtle could have just pushed some good damage there and not necessarily worry too much about the board. Alex draws with a Life Binder. able to remove that, but the Reckoning does remove it.
Yeah, and this still keeps the BGH locked in Turtle's hand, unless he just wants to play it for no value. We'll see.
I definitely think you should just play it for no battle cry at this point. But I'm sure
Yeah.
Turtle's just gonna maybe just hold on to it.
You have to think that. I mean, he's digging for a maybe an
Well,
Elisa.
this is definitely a time where it's playable. You can just remove out this get in. Vandar's Stormpike, unfortunately not playable. I'm pretty sure. Although no, there's only a Fell Rift index. Technically, Vandar is playable, but it does nothing.
Well, not the Fell Rift
28,
guy.
26 on the board. Yeah, unfortunately for Owl, I think he's too deep in. He might be a bit too
Vandar
deep in
activatable. Yeah, yellow card. We play those.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think even if Turtle decides to never attack, Owl will lose to fatigue.
Yes.
And it got the exact kill, the honorable, because of the secret setting it to one attack.
Yeah.
This is great.
That's great. Turtle is. I don't know if they. I assume there's some pre-raids thing going on here. I enjoy it, but at the same time, as the captain, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on here. I did not. There's no minions left for Turtle. He actually isn't run. I guess Elise is on like the bottom of his deck. Is my guess.
That has to be where it is. Yeah, not running any of the cards that would allow him to look at the bottom of his deck. So,
Yeah, because
instead,
at this point, Owl should just be pressing the button every turn just to summon a 3/3 to like obviously provide threat, or at least force the BGH to not. I wonder if it's like they have to attack through minions before this BGH just goes face and wins the game. You know?
summoning a 3/3 also deals a ton of damage to him. I think the game will just be over if he starts doing that. Yeah, and I think the game is over right now. There's only one threat, and that's Plague Maw, and
Yeah. I guess you don't want to take that extra damage, but the Plague Maw there. Yeah, Righteous Defense. I guess we're just gonna have to wait a long time if Turtle doesn't attack here. So, oh gosh. All right, well it'll only take I think like 2 more turns essentially. There was no Elise.
what is Turtle doing? I think he might have.
He might have forgotten the Elise, is my guess.
In which
Because there's
case,
no way. Owl
in
like
which case he has to just lose, right?
Okay.
Like,
okay,
if he's-
Owl just decides to put off the misery of going 3 more turns.
Okay, so Monkey Paladin with no monkey is
So control. So like
is
heavy control paladin gets the win. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say mainly because the monkey was played by Owl, although it could have been one about 4 turns earlier with the with the 28-26 BGH on the field.
Yeah, it also looked like Owl probably wasn't running any OTK, and the Hull Breakers
No.
were to draw the Owl or to draw the turtle.
The map, maybe.
Yeah, the map to the Golden City.
Yeah.
He wasn't really running that many spells too. Yeah. Very interesting deck to see on stream in THL. We're gonna see maybe another monkey list. We'll see.
All right, so we have Mage here. Yeah, I guess we're running monkey stuff from Owl, but
no, the Grey Sage Parrot has to be for Blizzard. Oh, please.
Please.
That was a day 1 Owl special. Was Parrot copy Blizzard freeze the opponent.
I guess yeah.
Side effects.
I've heard nothing of this, and I'm on 2 teams with Owl, so.
I mean, it was day 1 and nothing past day 1 for a reason. So.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Me tusks won't stop shattering. Side effects. No. Trust me.
And the absolute tempo means nothing.
Yeah.
Follow the rule.
I mean, even if these all go face every turn, Turtle is just going to eventually play Carriel and go straight back up. We'll
Yeah.
see what we can do later on with this with this Varden plus Brewmaster.
Yeah. Ooh. Like, real talk, Brampus Varden is interesting thing for sure.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
deal 4 to the board, probably just board clears. But I mean, if this gets held a bunch of time, then Turtle's probably just gonna rip Mutinous.
You making a big mistake, mind with me, friend.
And no matter what, I mean, somewhat devastating here to lose out on any of these combo pieces.
Tusks won't stop shattering.
The shivering is hitting the coin every time. The coin costs about negative
It's -3 now.
-3 now.
Oh, wait, there was Monkey!
Oh,
How did
I
he
didn't see
draw?
it. What happened to the Elise? Was it burned? Was it burned last game?
I did not see it burned off of Altar of Fire.
I looked at the whole deck. The whole deck was played.
Some voodoo magic from Turtle to not play Elise last time. Ooh, and leaving the Varden on the board may be dangerous.
You have the artifact.
Oh! Golden Elise means Golden Monkey. Instead of I think that was it. I think when Owl played the monkey last time, it wasn't golden, so he didn't get very good pulls. That's what we're seeing with Diamond Drektar as well. Highest rarity means better win rate.
True.
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
Okay.
Here we see a much slower hand from Turtle. He's not able to draw through his deck and get to that map as fast as he wants to.
Reporting for duty.
And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very slow one here, especially if these players are not attacking.
Yeah. This is certainly a fun Deepwater Evoker coming in. Let's see what it draws.
Please draw the Blizzard.
Draws Arcane Intellect.
Okay, the second one. The second one will draw the Blizzard.
I'm kind of just think it's gonna maybe wait to draw draw map. Like, no indicator has shown me that the Owl isn't just running perhaps like some kind of all these cards that are just there to essentially get to the map. I don't know. There's map for Turtle. He's gonna play it. Golden Monkey has been there, and it is not is a 4-mana card, but it is not the monkey. It is indeed Consecration. Gone for a minion counter, so Owl hopefully doesn't just rip big mute here. Hopefully waits a little bit.
Oh, if Owl top decks Elise and then plays it. No.
Okay, so he's gonna play the sheep here, and it'll get eaten alive. Predictable. Deepwater Evoker. Let's see what it draws. There's the Blizzard. You were right.
Yeah.
There it is. Blizzard. Constant blizzards with Grace Age Parrot, I suppose.
I mean, if like 5 or 6 things in your deck all read freeze your entire board.
Cario Rome picked up. Man, Cario's cheap in this match.
Yeah, I mean, Cario, if they were actually playing the game, then Cario would be able to attack face every single turn, even though the board is getting blizzarded.
Yes.
Just unfair.
Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Turtle is in there.
Magister,
Anyways.
Magister going to play Blizzard again,
Yes,
as
true.
usual.
Yeah. We're gonna draw cards, and we're going to Blizzard the board. Oh, other Blizzard picked up as well.
Wits with me.
So I think Turo here with the hero power change is gonna be able to upgrade his hero power
Have an idea.
an extra damage now to 4 damage.
This will be meaningless. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean it'll help remove bigger things.
Please just play monkey. What are you
He plays
doing?
monkey. He plays monkey.
Oh.
He buffed
But
the
he-
monkey.
Okay. Choosing to get the 7/6 in stats, which he believes to be better than a legendary. He's right.
He's 100% right.
gets 2 things.
Although Caligos is pretty good.
Caligos is pretty crazy. It will
It's pretty
only
good
have
because it
the
gives him
one
it'll give him a random free spell. The only spell he'll have left for the rest of the game.
It's
Blade
true.
Master Okani.
Oh
gonna
no,
pick
that's
the minion
predictable.
counter. Well, there's only legendary minions left now. Turtle can just
the
play like
Sidon.
Sidon. Can just play
Oh.
Sidon.
That
Oh,
is-
he just plays Sidon into it. I might have done.
No.
Then we're gonna play Belinda.
Sidon is crazy when you buff it with the hero power.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. It is for sure.
I
But justified by
probably
Belinda.
I probably would have liked to have played Belinda and then used hero power, but
Oh, the muteness!
no.
Big mute. And now we get to kill the 7/4 off.
Wow, and the hero power goes. I wonder if like these players are ever going to attack each other in the face, or whether it's
Oh, behold the glory of a noosed sun. The sad thing for Owl
oh,
is and Turtle now going face. I guess maybe their agreements have kind of gone out the window here. Judgment of Justice played.
Does
Elise
not
coming
allow-
down.
does not allow him to get the exact kill with the hero power anymore.
Have the artifact.
But Elise played, and now with only a few cards left in deck, we're guaranteed the map and the monkey next turn with
And intellect,
with
yeah.
AI, but I think maybe trying to naturally draw the map right away, like with something like I guess Talon, but at this point, gonna have
this
to
point-
remove.
No more
the-
freezes left is really bad.
Yeah, gonna have to remove the monkey here, or gonna have to remove all the minions and start chunking face. We're gonna see the Elise attack, which will trigger. Wait, yeah, it'll trigger the reckoning.
Reckon. Yep.
And remove the minion, and then can also play the Grim Totem Bounty Hunter plus Aelin to soak damage, essentially. Allow
If my
Owl
calculations
to
are correct,
I mean, I prefer to Grim Totem plus Arcane Intellect plus play the map and get
Yeah.
Monkey into hand, but
I guess so, yeah. I would prefer to not see the monkey played. Just for the purposes of a higher chance for my teammate to win. But I can't always get what you ask for. Oh my gosh! I don't know if there's any other 4-drop any other
I mean,
4-drops. There is?
in the deck
'Cause-
there is because it wasn't active last turn either.
Oh, okay.
gods.
I was gonna say, because that turning the 4 I thought might have turned it off, but I guess it's just deck, right? Yeah, it's your deck. Okay. Tailing comes out, but no attacks. I don't know when
Okay.
these players are allowed to attack each other. I really don't know the circumstances for it, unfortunately. But next turn it's gonna be map and
just-
then monkey, I guess.
And it's another card that becomes a 4-drop when drawn. Very very funny. And
So monkey
we,
gets played.
we have
Let's see what he
Monkey.
gets. Anything good? Ooh, actually, Ambassador Phelan. Wow.
Oh my god.
Colossal's in the deck.
Yeah, we so Colossals aren't
Okay, so now
able to
Owl
be
is
gotten with
attacking.
Monkey. You cannot get Colossal minions with the Monkey, but you can with Phelan. So
Yes, so now Owl has 3 Colossals. Malagos the Spellweaver does nothing but be a 9-drop. Galvangar does nothing because there has only been... Oh my gosh, Owl's gained a lot of armor, apparently. He has... If he had gained one more armor, Galvangar would have been active. But instead, we're just going to see Turtle go face. And, start... And hit the, that, and then play Galvangar. And Jackson.
Yeah, so it was he got 5 off of playing Magister Dawngrasp, then 3 off of the Arcane Intellect, then 6 off of the
Off of the Evoker from
Blizzard.
Blizzard. Yeah, it
Yep.
was very close.
Oh, High Lord 4 Dragon going to buff up the hand even more. It doesn't matter.
And Turtle concedes. Alright, so Monkey Paladin gone, but we still have Monkey Mage.
Okay,
And
so
what I'm gonna guess is Monkey Shaman as well.
whichever player plays Monkey first has
Oh my
lost
gosh.
each game. Great to see.
Gosh.
Now we will now we will see this Monkey Mage once again out there freezing the board versus I mean, I'm guessing it's gotta be Monkey Druid. That's the biggest draw offender.
Druid was banned though.
Oh, you're right.
Does it seem like they can't attack until after they get the monkey down?
Yeah, once they play Monkey, it looks like.
Right.
Which, to that effect... Oh well, I mean, Turtle won without attacking, so...
Yeah, Turtle won because Warlock draws so fast that Owl hit fatigue at a very high rate, which I think he corrected for. Oh,
The possibility.
Okay, Demon Hunter. This one, oh yeah, there's the quest. Thinking that he has enough draw here. With the Abyssal. The Abyssal 4-mana draw the 2 lowest cost minions. And it looks like there's a lot of 4-drops.
Final Showdown. Okay, so this is a quest. This is a quest. Monkey Demon Hunter, I suppose.
It may
could
be
coin out the
case.
Need for Greed here. That's a quest step completed.
It may be the case that there are quite a few 4-drops in this deck, so that the Abyssal draws the 4-drops and therefore draws Elise, possibly.
Yeah.
What is it?
All right. We've got double far watch post plus a peasant.
Oh, such a meanie on this Elise.
Oh my gosh! Elise has to come down in 2 extra turns. Wow. The tax Owl is making Turtle pay his taxes. Oh yeah, that's really good. The Dungeoneer hit the 33% chance, and he drew Lizard.
He may also be running Wildfire or something like that. That was in some of the early lists, but
Yeah, perhaps yeah. We didn't see the whole deck? No, we saw the whole deck, and there was no.
no, there
Wildfire.
were some cards were transformed, I believe.
Oh, really?
Like 1 or 2, I think, at the bottom. I don't-
No, I think his final card drawn was map in there. Because Owl only transformed his hand.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, he's only running those 2 spells.
I wonder if they can't attack until. I wonder if they're agreeing to not attack until their decks are gone. I'm wondering if
it's
that's what's going
probably
on here.
Just Monkey. I mean, we saw Turtle attacking earlier with his.
True, yeah, it might just be when they get Monkey. But when Turtle, because the BGH sat on board because Turtle didn't have Monkey, but he was gonna win on Fatigue.
Finally, we see a card with a green mana cost as opposed to what we've been
Yeah,
seeing.
see Mutanus.
Oh,
Mutanus coming out. Oh no, Peasant coming down here. My apologies. Double Peasant for Owl.
yeah, and every minion basically draws a card. Good.
Yeah. Yep, so we're next turn, if we can draw the cards, he'll have he'll have Kurtrus in hand. So interesting. While this far watch post can't tax him, it can still take some minions with it before it goes away.
Wow. And yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna see quest completed here if
Probably, yeah.
I
Double
Sure,
draw
we'll
off of
just-
Spectral Sight. He just needs to make sure to not mill his Kurt. He has 2 more draws, and so he has to play this, and he just has to play another card and then just trade, and he'll be okay here.
Yep.
I would probably play the Sigil. Honestly, it's your best play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can just trade, and he'll get Kurtrus to hand without milling.
Or could have played the 2-mana draw 1 instead of drawing 2 here, but
You're right.
yeah, in this way, you do get the most cards discounted later in purchase. And will
Map
this one
drawn. Let's go.
Okay. So
Okay,
we see
youthful Brewmaster drawn.
we see Owl's game plan finally be progressed here,
Yes.
and no Elise yet has been played by Turtle.
Oh man! Oh, that was risky. Oh, I forgot about it. Oh, he dropped both peddlers. No Elise milled. I wonder what happens if Elise gets milled in this case. Is it just like they're?
mean,
I
Elise is
wonder
in
what
his
their
hand.
game. I wonder what the game plan is. If it's just like, oh, we can't do anything now, or if it's just like, okay, yeah, like.
I mean, Elise is in his hand. It's a 6
Oh,
mana.
I'm
Elise.
sorry. Elise is in hand. That's 6 mana. But if he had played the Elise, the map could have been milled, which he hasn't played. All right, here we go. Mute played. Mute played. Okay, is it gonna eat the Elise?
No.
It eats. It eats.
Yes.
Oh, big mute. We're gonna see another one.
Oh, he's trying to hit that at least as much as possible.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. A little bit of sportsmanship games between these two friends. Definitely providing entertaining content for us. There's
And,
Elise coming down. What is this? After you play the left or right most card draw. Okay, so
yeah,
we're gonna draw 2 here.
It's
Map
that one.
drawn.
Oh my god, and it costs 0. Oh my god, this is nutty.
Yeah, the monkey's gonna get drawn and cost 2 when it gets drawn. Big mute. No monkey in hand, so big mute cannot hit the monkey. It eats.
It's
Eats the
Vol'jin.
Vol'jin.
Yep. But yeah, in this case, that is basically a Luna Star Seeker, the 5/4, but a Demon Hunter and a little bit higher attack.
There is the monkey. He probably just slams it. I don't think he has anything else worth playing. Okay, he's gonna Mutanus himself first. Okay, and then
Yeah,
we'll see monkey.
He's making sure
Oh,
he plays.
he hit the legendary killer.
Okay,
Right.
but
But
he will never get to attack again. Is the problem?
yes, because there's so
Oh, Rokara is going to be sick if he is able to make a board. And it looks like he has quite a few low drops. So
yeah. Unfortunately, the board's just not going to get to attack after this turn. Corvus Bloodthorn Blade. It's going to end up. It's removed.
yep.
So Owl is going to start his game plan of freezing the board, stalling out to get to his own monkey, because I believe everything has been played but the monkey itself. And he doesn't really have any way to particularly...
We see
wow.
every card.
This
Turtle
Raid
deck.
Boss Onyxia, so Turtles now in the game plan to just win the game from here. He has the possibilities with this Raid Boss Onyxia.
Yeah, I mean, this is very unfortunate for Turtle because even though this Raid Boss Onyxia is immune, it is still freezable by Blizzard.
Okay, so Magister comes out. I wouldn't be surprised to just see the monkey get. Oh no, monkey will get removed. Everything will get removed here, but it won't take damage. Draw 2 cards. Gets Okani plus Mistress. So yeah, we're just gonna.
And here, once again, it looks like a person who has played Monkey first just runs out of steam here.
Yeah, but we have Rokara plus Darius Crowley, so
Oh, it's huge.
and Bolner. The big Bolner hammer beak played.
Man,
Oh my gosh,
Boulder-
a 7-6 Darius. Monkey!
Boulder
Oh,
will
but he's gonna
be-
go for Okani. Oh, come on now. Where's your monkey play, man?
Come on, play Edwin. Play Edwin. Edwin, draw 2. No.
Oh man, yeah, no, he had to play around it so he can go Ed. Commander Savara does nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so this I don't think there's another. Oh no, there is Dawngrass. My apologies. But I think Owl will. Okay, Owl's not running out of it anytime soon. He needs to Brewmaster the Garden back to his hand first and probably play it this turn. And then he can monkey. He'll play the monkey next turn.
Wow.
Yeah.
So lame. So lame. Never play monkey. This player never plays.
All right, so
monkey
Turtle now concedes. Owl up 2-1 now in the series. So this mage deck, the adding this wrinkle of constant blizzards and freezes really has paid off for Owl. Turtle's last deck, last class I believe is Warrior, and Reno Monkey Warrior actually used to be a thing back in the day. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be like a Reno Monkey Warrior. I was surprised the Paladin wasn't a Reno deck from Turtle,
I mean-
but I guess they have similar. They might have like similar like types of cards in their deck.
Perhaps this warrior will be much the same as at least in
Pogger's
Sunken.
Elise in the opener.
But perhaps this warrior will be much the same as this mage of just sort of controlling the board and
Yeah.
making it so even though you're playing monkey way later, you are staying healthy.
Yeah, there is the wrinkle that Nelly is a very good card for Turtle. Nelly is able to get stuff like Mr. Smite to provide that oomph. Potentially post Monkey or even pre Monkey. Well, I guess pre Monkey being played, I don't think that would be great. I think he could just hold it off until. I guess it wouldn't matter. I guess he would get transformed when the Monkey gets played, but have it on the board at that point. Okay,
Well,
so from the
4
depths
mana Rokara,
played.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Or
4
you can,
mana Rokara the Valorous is pretty good.
Or
Could
you
also
just
go for
the
0
1
mana.
Yeah,
0
1
mana.
mana Rokara.
0 mana for the depths is pretty good as well. Gonna be able to discount that Rokara even further.
Draws an arrow to his opponent's face, but cannot help himself from ending turn there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, 1 mana Rokara is what we're going for.
I assume. Yep, 1 mana Rokara. And he's gonna be able to draw it and probably
You have the artifact.
play it. Well, not play it, but will be able to draw it. Map now in deck.
Actually shuffled his deck. He actually is not drawing Rokara anymore.
No! Misorder.
Wow.
Oh, turtle.
That's
Come
the
on.
only. That's like the only effect in the game right now that shuffles your deck.
Yeah. No, is it?
Basically, I mean,
Isn't there? I thought there's at least one other one that shuffles. I don't remember.
there might be like one other, but yeah, at least
Yeah.
it does say shuffle the map of the golden monkey into your deck.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
maybe the reading comprehension not all the way.
Yeah.
He knows not what he does.
Let me check. I think.
Trust me.
And here, I mean, I wonder if we're gonna just see coin out the mutinous next turn from Owl, or if Turtle will put enough pressure out here to want to Blizzard, because it's a pretty good mutinous from Owl's side.
Yeah.
Either eats back the mutinous or eats Nelly, which is huge value.
Yeah. I wonder if Owl. I think Owl could just go for Blizzard here potentially if he wants to do that. But Coin Mutanus is also very good.
There's the map.
The golden map.
This is not what we
Talon Forging coming down here instead.
Okay.
Okay. I respect it. I think he wants to hold off the Blizzards maybe until a little bit later in the game. Yeah.
Here, I mean, just mutinous seems great.
Yeah, so radar detector also shuffles your deck.
Oh, the scan
Yeah, it
shuffles.
scans and
Ooh.
then shuffles. It scans first and then shuffles. Hits a parrot, so that's pretty big. There's only one more. There's only one parrot left now in deck to start doing that. To start doing blizzards, constant blizzards. Turtle's gonna opt to take the damage and leave Elise on the board. Wants to draw that extra card for sure. Elise found for Owl automatically played, and now we're gonna get Arcane Intellect as well.
At least this game, he's actually choosing to go through the Elise line
Yes.
rather than not playing Monkey at the end. Jeez, come on, man.
Oh, I mean, I think Owl would have played it last game. I just think that Turtle conceded early.
Oh yeah,
All right,
he
Nelly
definitely
played.
conceded early,
Alright.
not when he had 0 cards left.
True. Well, I'm saying before he could play Mr. Smite. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Like
Oh
Mr.
man,
I was saying Mr. Smite could definitely come into play here eventually.
yeah, great that it will never attack face.
Yeah, you're right. Unless I guess essentially unless it gets popped after the monkey gets played, which
Monkey.
I don't think the monkey's in hand, so it's not going to get played.
Not trading the heavy click to draw, have an extra draw at the monkey. Come on.
Yeah, guess a little slight misplay there from Turtle to not do that. But there are so now we're gonna see Mute. Is Mute gonna eat the other Mutanus? No,
Well,
he's Varden
or-
Dawnwrath. So that's actually
Ooh.
pretty good. That's actually a pretty good hit. It removes like the essentially what could have been the next play next turn. Bran plus Mute.
Oh, Brand Mutinous. Okay. It does actually hit 2 minions.
It does hit 2 minions. It is peasant. Is that a peasant in Okani?
Yep.
Yep. All right, heavy plate traded. Found a draw card.
In this case, we might just see the
Rokara.
2/4 the Nelly.
Oh, monkey! Monkey's coming down.
Has to play Rokara first because
Yes.
why would you ever not play the 1 mana Rokara?
True. So now the smite will be playable to go face.
Okay. Everything goes face here, right? Right, Turtle?
I'm not
Oh,
sure
wait.
yet.
Oh, actually drawing these cards. That's sick. Never mind. Correct ordering. Owl missing out on the possibility of transforming those cards.
Yeah. So Mr. Smite.
Doing a lot more
Okay.
trading.
Mr. Smite not actually played the. Did he not get? No, he did get Mr. Smite. Okay.
Oh
That's
my
very-
god, that's actually so much damage. Grommash also. You can Grommash plus hero power it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good damage here for Turtle. Owl will be able to keep the board locked, except for this hand damage coming in is going to be a lot.
Tusks won't stop shattering.
Okay. Yeah, but stuff like Explosive Sheep will also be pretty good here. To be able to remove things.
Wow.
Grand Slam played, but we're just going to see the Anchorman plus the Smite.
Yep, so that's 10 damage, and then another 10 damage from hand. Yeah, Owl is almost dead. Finally, the person who plays Monkey gets some good pulls.
Yeah, and he's actually going to let Owl draw another card off of the Stonewall Anchorman.
Oh
Hail
my
and
god.
Fordring
Actually,
Blade.
whoa, this Tess is gonna resummon a single Carriel? That's crazy.
Gotcha.
And a Sidon. Oh, I'll summon Sidon as well. That's pretty good.
For the alliance and my family.
Yeah.
Face me.
So Parrot being drawn here means the board gets frozen another turn.
I
Yeah.
doubt we will ever see an unfrozen board here.
Yeah. Now he can remove the 4/2 and make the hero power do more damage. It's just there's such now a health disadvantage for Owl because now everything can start going face.
Alliance and my family.
2
Carriel
Carriels,
to
and now
remove.
actually, he has lethal next turn. If unless Owl is somehow able to get some armor or able to heal his own face. It is just going to be lethal with the Grommash plus hero power and attack
Yeah,
phase.
yeah, for sure. And then the other carrier here will get removed by the bounty totem. Yeah. I mean, Turtle might just wait to play it, or he might just decide to do it. Never
Thanks,
mind.
but
I
I'm
think he's
still gonna
using it.
win.
But I'm still gonna win.
I don't know if he's still gonna win. Any reports on whether this Rokara is thanks, but he's still gonna win?
Yeah, so there we go. Turtle takes game 4 with the warrior. Now it's just up to what I'm gonna guess is a monkey shaman
And chat,
from Owl.
you know what that means.
And chat,
It
spam
is
your
time.
game.
It is time for the all-important game number 5 in the Monkey Full Mirror.
Ugh.
Monkey Paladin has won a game in THL. Monkey Mage has won a game in THL.
Two of them. But we already had that. We had Monkey Paladin winning last week, so that's kind of old news.
New news: Monkey Warrior wins a game in THL.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in the full like matchup where Elise is every deck's wing. It's like, yeah, me for sure. We have our game 5. We've got Owl on the Shaman, Turtle on the Warrior. See how it plays out. Spam your game 5s in the chat.
Wow, Auction House Gavel to possibly discount the Elise.
Yeah.
Also just drawn off of Cage Match Custodian, most likely. Wait, was that rotated?
Cage match?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Unless it came out during Dark Moon. But like with Mutanus and stuff here, I think some of the, I mean, with some of the elementals sticking around, I'm not actually 100% sure.
Well, it probably no longer draws a card since both Auction House Gavels are in hand.
Yeah.
The Queen's trove is forbidden.
And
Farsight.
yeah, I mean, we're seeing some of the preamble.
1 mana multicaster. That's really good for Owl to get to his to let him get to drawing his cards faster. It hits the multicaster as well because it's the only card that can get hit. Owl can go, if Owl wants to get some early draw, he can start using his minions to, or he can start using like his Scalding and his Wind Chill to be able to draw 2 cards next turn if he really wants.
I mean, isn't
plus
Farsight also nature spells? That's
Farsight is not a nature spell. It
trash.
has no class. He opts to just go for 2 here and play Gavel. And,
there's Elise.
yeah. Oh, but it can hit Okani too potentially now. It can't just hit Elise. And it does. There you go.
There we go.
There we go. Elise gets to play Elise plus Far Watch Post next turn. Easy turn.
No.
Or we're gonna see it held off until turn, or we're gonna see the swing and hope it hits it, and then go for Baran Elise.
Yeah.
There we go. Big brain thinking.
It will simply hit it again. It will simply.
Yeah.
Okay. Yikes. An Okani from Turtle plus the Elise there too. This is actually a crazy from the depths that was.
Yeah, this is a really good from the depths, honestly. It hit Rokara again? Yeah.
Okay.
4 mana Rokara the Valorous. The main thing is that the warrior deck here has that distinct ability to gain armor, while we saw specifically.
I mean,
while we saw the paladin deck be able to play a Cariel, we obviously get to see this warrior gain almost more armor potentially, like more armor than this deck can really deal with. Yeah, probably. It's Frostbite. I think I would have picked Frostbite there as well, just because of the 1/3 on the board. Really, just don't want it to be a big pain. Well, Matt played now, so there's no spell. At least Owl knows of that he really wants to necessarily hit. But
oh wait, your draw off. Play your Okani. Yeah.
Forged in
Okay.
the Flames draws 3 cards from the depths, plus a Nelly and a Mutinous.
And now this Okani reads counter Brand, which is going to be devastating.
Yeah, so if I'm Owl, I probably... Yeah, I just killed the Okani. Yeah. There we go. So we're gonna see... Oh my gosh, we're gonna see a bunch of maps.
You have the artifact.
Yep. This is good. Elise, then the 0-mana Noggling. You get another map. 3 maps in deck for Owl. Lots of chances to get to the Golden Monkey.
Me, small brain, Brand.
Yeah.
Owl, big brain.
Big brain, big Bolner. From the depths played, I think he probably just takes Harbor
I mean,
Scamp. Yeah.
Force of Flame is 5 more cards, but
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you can draw 5 cards. I think with the way that I think that Turtle's hand might be a little too clogged to necessarily be able to do that. Next turn, I guess, because he might mill, but I don't know for sure. But here we go. Mutinous played. Nelly is in hand. It hits the other Mutanus.
it's self. It's
Oh,
performing self.
Murloc on Murloc violence. You hate to see it. But Nelly, the Great Thresher, can be played, and now it needs to be to Owl's advantage to not let something like a Smite get here, where the Smite has to get played beforehand as a trading option.
Yeah, I mean, we saw just how powerful it was last time.
When it was unleashed after, yeah. But Owl has a way to kill it. He has board.
Oh my god, he actually... Okay, he took the 5/5 that draws a card for both players. Owl just put so many maps into his deck, he's got to draw a map for both players.
Oh yeah, I guess. Okay.
And
Owl is
choosing,
at 19.
choosing to avoid dealing, as much damage as
Monkey.
possible.
Okay, Matt played.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Wind chill. Freeze.
Draw monkey? Draw monkey?
Draw monkey.
Draw monkey!
Oh wait. Owl, play your lightning bolt first.
Nah.
You should have lightning bolted something. Oh, I just think I guess it's fine. Obviously. Oh my gosh, Ickman.
Ickman get a crush.
Ickman hits a crush. There's so many beast legendaries that are random right now. Like maybe there's a crush. Who knows? But now the good thing for Owl is that he can actually start. Like attacking face. Is what I'm gonna guess.
He wants a legendary.
Yeah. Okay. So Turtle can't quite. Okay, Turtle. I think can kind of remove. Oh. Did not find it. He found Queen Ashara.
Queen Ashara will be active for him and not for
Owl, but it is still a 5-mana 5/5. It's decent tempo. We got Talon Forging as well. It could just go double. Can't play them both this next turn, but something like Wing Commander Ickman it's either going to be a big hit or a big miss.
Yeah,
we don't know yet.
The actual interesting thing was we saw in Owl's deck that he has the 5-mana Rogue Legendary that swaps all minions to ones of another class.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Ickman.
Seraphine?
Yeah, so he can actually re-roll these legendaries from the monkey into non-legendaries and actually play the game.
We're gonna need more gunpowder.
Oh, what? You're dealing damage. Turtle. Oh, he's going face. Oh, we play monkey. Okay. He's just gonna win the game. Understood. And with that, that will be the end of this monkey mirror. I wonder if we're going to get monkey noises in this interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so unfortunately, Turtle winning this. I would stay for the interview, but I do have to go. Even if Owl won, I would have had to go. So I trust the interview with Turtle to you guys. Thank you for allowing me to cast. It's been a pleasure. For sure.
Thanks for casting,
Yep.
Fish.
Thank you. Oh, hey Turtle. Congrats on winning.
And that was a well fought series.
That was a great series, man. Great series. I was really concerned. I did not know what was going on, especially as Owl's captain. I was super confused. But yeah.
Yeah, no, we
G-
just I think both of our lineups are pretty solid. Pretty good decks overall.
True.
Some tier 1
Yeah.
decks in there.
Yeah.
I think it worked out.
Well, congrats. I have to take off, unfortunately, but
Oh
thank
no.
you.
Bye,
Yeah.
Fish.
Bye.
Okay, Turtle, did you think that mage was going to be that strong?
Dude, no! Dude, the freeze mage went crazy. That deck was insane.
Because you had to discover like 10 damage charge twice.
Yeah, I had King Crush, Smite, and Grom in that deck just to get over the freezes. Oh my gosh. That was a crazy series. Let me tell you.
So when did you all decide to go
Oh,
full
Insta.
monkey? Okay.
Just like the second, like Miles, like we're playing each other. I'm like, we're doing Golden Monkey, right? And we're like, yeah. And then we drafted, like all of our classes were unique, so we just like drafted classes. I chose one, then he chose two, then I chose two, and so on. Yeah, we just drafted classes and went in.
Okay. That's interesting. Did you guys do you remember which were like the first classes drafted?
Yeah, I can go to our Discord messages and find it.
Nice.
So he went first. He chose Warlock first. Interesting. That was insane though. I baited him with the ooze, and then he played the rod, and I had second ooze. That was funny. But yeah, he took Warlock first. Then I chose Demon Hunter and Warrior. Then he chose Priest and Mage. I chose Paladin and Druid, and then he chose Shaman as his last class.
I mean, Warlock did have the best draw. It just also fatigue.
It did fatigue itself out, which was funny.
Yeah, you didn't even have to attack.
No, I didn't. Also, did you guys notice that we were not attacking until Monkey was played?
Yeah.
I
Just
noticed that
gentleman's
about
agreement.
halfway, yeah.
Yeah.
So out of the 5 games, I think the person who played monkey second won 4 out of 5. Is that right?
Oh yeah, Monkey first is really bad because then you lose all of your draw tools, all of your like control tools. Random legendaries are really bad, especially since Golden Monkey is bugged and it can't actually give you Colossus minions.
Right.
They're really bad. I mean, unless you high roll and get Grom like I did, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Or high roll like how Owl did and got the guy to put Colossus on the bottom.
Oh yeah, that was crazy to stop fatigue as well. He probably still would have won that game, but still. Also, did you guys notice my super order lull when I put Rokara on top of my deck? 1 mana Rokara on top, and then I shuffled in with Elise to reshuffle my deck and not draw it. That was sad. I did a little throwing.
I did in fact. We talked about what shuffle effects are in the game, and it's almost just Elise.
Yeah, it's pretty much only Elise. I think there's like a couple other things, but that's the main one.
It's the only one people want to play.
Yeah, but also I'm sorry, Wild9, for baiting our entire team. I did post a completely fake 120 in our team Discord, so they wouldn't know I was going monkey lineup.
It was fine.
Sorry for that one.
Good thing I didn't
But
spend
yeah.
like 15 minutes reviewing it. I thought about it.
Oh yeah, dude, Diamond started like critiquing my list, and I felt so bad. I'm like, Diamond, no.
I had a hint
Yeah.
based on the group chat we were in. They were talking about like a lot of passing turns.
Yeah, there was some trolling, but I hope it made good stream content. I see chat is decently lively, so that's always good.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I think it was kind of there's something going on just based on submission, right? Because at least,
yeah.
I mean, your submissions look more normal, right? But then
Yeah, my submissions could
our
have been
submissions
for
look
just tier one.
insane.
He sent me screenshots of like Team Discord trying to figure out what he's doing. They're like, Warlock, what? Like, are you gonna bring Murlocs? It was so funny.
Yeah. Fish was saying that he didn't know. He had no idea until once he saw the warlock, he was like, "Oh, what is this?"
By the way,
Yeah.
Turtle, do you remember what happened to Elise in the first game with Paladin? Because I think
Ooh.
it got disappeared. It disappeared. Somehow.
Yeah. There was some slight mishaps with Damon.
With Damon.
I as the monkey paladin god, I'm like, Damon, give me a monkey paladin. He forgot to put Elise in. game 1, so that was that was a
Yikes.
little bit unfortunate, but it's fine.
Well, we simply draw it the next game and then lose, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it literally didn't end up mattering. It's fine. Yeah, also, yeah, Elise is really bad. I want the devs to fix it, like, so bad. If they do, maybe it'll get played.
Yeah, I'm curious if they added Colossals, like how close
Like, yeah,
is this?
like they
is
added
like this deck?
Colossals now, and also now that Kazakhstan is nerfed, like, maybe there's a deck that can run Elise, but I'm not hopeful. I just want Twigs are so bad. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for having us on, guys, and casting this pretty wacky series. It was a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, no, thanks for being on, and thanks for wanting to be on stream when you guys were, had this plan.
Yeah.
Is, in your opinion, in the monkey mirrors, what is the best class? Now that you've played out a full
The
set.
best class, I mean, Monkey Mage was really solid. It's like kind of like meta. I don't think there's just like one deck that beats all. Like Control Warrior beats Freeze Mage because Freeze Mage like freezes stuff, but Control Warrior just doesn't care. But like as we saw, Freeze Mage just beats a lot of other things because they freeze your board and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Also, the mutinous mind games and stuff, like, it was so funny when Milo just, game 1 just rips double Altar of Fire. Like, oh my gosh.
I mean, that's to increase his chances of drawing map as soon as possible. It's just correct.
And also, like, if you burn your opponent's monkey, how are they gonna win the game? They can never go face.
Yeah, the mage looked really good in a world where you can't attack before you play the monkey.
Yeah.
Because, then you just save all your freezes until after monkey, right? So it makes sense.
Exactly.
In a world where you can attack, I don't know. I'm not sure which is the
maybe
best
it's a
monkey deck
bit
if you can't
worse.
attack.
Okay,
The best monkey deck is probably just Aggro Demon Hunter that also runs Elise, and you just plan on never drawing Elise. That's why I made that stipulation, so when it just devolve into tier 1 decks going at each other with one bad card.
Right.
Final bit here, maybe, before sending you off. I mean, now your team is up just a little bit here, 11-10 on the week.
Boy. Wait, who do we have left?
I haven't played
Who's
yet.
gotta play? Oh, you haven't played
Yeah,
Wild
I'm playing later tonight.
Ooh. All up to you, right?
We'll see.
No pressure.
Right.
But yeah, any opinions, Turtle, on Wild9's classes, maybe?
I mean, yeah, he's got the he's got the good for. This is probably the lineup that I would bring. What Wild9 has if
Yeah.
I were not playing monkey decks, as we saw like Pokemon and Righteous Enemies also brought. I'm not gonna say anything about what archetypes I'd bring because that can't be leaking. But yeah, I like Wild9's classes.
We'll see how it
Okay.
goes. Any final shout outs, Turtle?
Yeah, just shout out to Milo for being cool, help putting this monkey mirror together. And also, of course, Damon, the originator of the whole monkey meme.
Awesome. All right, well, that is our last match, an entertaining one for sure for the night. Thank you so much, Turtle. I appreciate you
Yeah,
being
thanks for
on
having me
stream.
on. See you guys later.
See ya.
Night.
Yeah, any final thoughts, Geranium, before we send it off?
Man, it's hard to have any thoughts at all after that
I
match.
know. For sure.
PHL is a fantastic place where you can get away with a lot of different things, and one of those is having good friendships. So I'm glad that we were able to see that tonight.
Yeah, I think that's kind of nice. Like people not taking it too seriously. They always say that too. And I guess before in the history of THL, people used to take it like pretty seriously and get rage and stuff. But it seems like the culture has changed and people are very chill about things, and it's kind of cool. Like because in some ways, obviously, they did still have to play those games and kind of figure out how to take those turns, even though it's obviously a different kind of Hearthstone than what we're used to.
Yeah, and I mean, it works out. It gets the most points for both teams possible.
That's true. Yeah. Gentleman's agreement. All right. Well, I do think we have some matches tomorrow afternoon, actually. So we will be back
Yeah.
tomorrow afternoon. Do you happen to know what the match is? Tomorrow
Yeah,
afternoon?
I do because I'm in it.
Ah.
I'm I'm playing against Skittles, I believe, at 4 p.m. on Schoolstone, and then I'm playing later in the night too, versus Ron Mexico, on Sunday Night Showdown, and then there's following that, I think one more match.
Ni- nice. All right. Well, then tune in tomorrow then. The After Masters Tour is over, so plenty of time to tune into some of these matches. And good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, that's all for us. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Here you got a problem.
You are not prepared! Another round? Why do you... You are not prepared! You are not!
This guy's toast.
Leroy! Not prepared!
Goodbye.